So, as we all know, the Switch 2 is coming out in just 2 months. A little under 2 months. I'm very excited. I hope you're excited too. I hope you're excited for all the new games. But, on top of new games, I'm pretty sure we're all excited for old games coming to the Switch 2. Potentially with updates, some performance boosts, perhaps even new content. And I want to take a look, real quick, at all of the Switch 1 games. And I want to discuss with you guys about which ones deserve the big pay option. Which ones deserve the new content. Which ones deserve the HDR. And which ones maybe don't deserve anything. Which ones may not need anything. Because there's a lot that they could add to some of these games. And that'd be nice to discuss it. Honestly, also, I need something else to post to the archive that isn't just Xenoblade. Because those videos are not... Anyway. The Xenoblade videos ain't doing so great. We're gonna get to Xenoblade in a minute. But I need to do something else but Xenoblade. So I got this tier maker. I got all the new stuff slotted in. All the stuff that we already know about. So like Forgotten Land and Mario Party are paid updates. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are paid updates. And then all this is free updates. We don't know if these are performance boosts or just game share. For single player games, it's like free. Like obviously Echoes of Wisdom, Mario Odyssey, that's all gonna be like performance boosts, I imagine. And then, you know, ARMS is up in the air. ARMS could maybe not get, maybe it's get a split screen performance boost or something. Maybe they boost, because as you know, 3-player and 4-player ARMS is 30 FPS. You're pretty sure Odyssey is just game share. I could see Odyssey getting some performance boosts though. I could. Because, like, think about, like, New Donk City. That shit got frame rate issues. It could get both. But we don't know. We don't know for sure. I mean, obviously, Pokemon and Echoes of Wisdom and all the single-player games are getting performance boosts. For stuff with multiplayer, it's up in the air. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that most of these will probably receive minor performance boosts. Obviously, they're not going to be major performance boosts. That's what the paid tier is for. The places it gets framey would probably just inline smooth out. That's what I'm thinking, right? So, like, stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to get, like, resolution boosts or just, like, frame rate boosts. But, we'll go into it. So, first, 1-2 Switch. This doesn't need anything. It doesn't need anything. Don't even need to touch this. Don't even waste your time. Seriously. You forgot Prime 4? I know it's down here. It's just that Legend ZA and Rhythm Heaven and Tomodachi Life aren't on here. So I've just made the call to not include games that aren't out yet. Cause like that's up in the air. Who knows what they even need. So we're just gonna pretend this little purple icon ain't even down here. It ain't even here. You know, I'm gonna put it in the middle so you guys don't notice it as much. So it's not sticking out. Yeah, 1-2 Switch doesn't need anything. I feel like most people forget that game exists nowadays. No one's gonna be playing that. There's no reason to touch it. And you aren't even looking at the game anyway. Right? You don't even look at the game when you're playing it. So, it's not even worth, like, touching. Maybe, like, not even game share. It wouldn't even be useful for game share. It's not gonna get anything. No updates for 1-2 Switch. What a shame. Snipper clips? I mean, it might be neat to add some mouse controls to Snipper Clips, but I'm gonna go out and say it probably won't get anything. Which is sad, because Snipper Clips is a good game. I would honestly love a Snipper Clips 2. I really would, but I don't know what that team is working on nowadays. They just put out, Pro Country, right? Yeah, so they're busy. But as far as, like, I imagine it can get like a small little update. I don't even know if, you know what, hold on, wait a second. What am I doing? Let me get you guys on here. What am I doing? You guys want to be on screen? There we go. There, now we're really discussing. Oh, let me get a currently discussing. You're so right. Add a row below. Currently discussing. Sorry, my wire was over. I'm not looking at it. You guys can't get me. I'm not looking at it. Alright, so snipper clips. I mean, I would love it to get some type of maybe like some mouse mode support or something, or maybe even like DLC. But also at the same time, it's an eShop game. It's from a third party, you know? It's not a Nintendo in-house developed game. I can't imagine they're gonna do anything special with it. I think it's just gonna... I think Snipper Clips is just dead. Snipper Clicks. Snipper Clicks! That should be the name of the sequel! Oh my god, Snipper Clicks! That's so good. Oh, I love that. We need a sequel. We need a sequel. You know what? Now that they're done with Crow Country, let's get Snipper Clicks. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This one's weird because I don't know what they're gonna do with the games that are meant to be kind of replaced. Because, like, obviously not every sequel is meant to replace the game before it. Like, obviously we're getting all the Zeldas getting updates. But, like, Mario Kart 8, I imagine they kind of want you to stop playing that now. I imagine they want you to just move on to Mario Kart World. So I don't even know if they would touch this. If all goes well, we will never have to think about Mario Kart 8 ever again. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? It's like, why would they even touch it? A very small update. I mean, it is a huge game. I could see it maybe getting an update for Game Share, and then also maybe also, good lord, words. Also getting like a 60 FPS bump to 4-player split screen. I could see maybe that. I'm gonna go ahead and slot it in free update, because it definitely does not need any more than that. We're not about to like put in like motion control, like mouse controls or something. Splatoon 2. This is like super weird because again, like we're already a game ahead of it, and we're probably gonna get Splatoon 4 on the Switch too. So like, are they even gonna really touch this? Nothing, probably, yeah. And here's the thing, maybe let's do no updates could receive well, hold on. Could get boosts just by being played on Switch 2. So this is like, say Switch 2 fixes the input delay of Switch. Maybe just from that alone, Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 just play better. You know? I never thought about Splat using mouse controls. If Splatoon is gonna use mouse controls, they're gonna wait for Splatoon 4. They're not gonna add it to Splatoon 2 or 3. I'm gonna go ahead and call that right now. I'm gonna send that. We're not gonna get any updates for that. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This would be really interesting to receive mouse support. Adding mouse support to older games might make people mad. Yeah, if they're competitive. Yeah, if they're competitive, for sure. Because then you're gonna have, like, issues with, like, people that can't afford a Switch 2 just being outclassed by people with mouse aim. I could see it get a performance boost because it's Ubisoft. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Mario & Rabbids maybe gets a free update. Because I think they would also love to have Game Share on this for the co-op and the PvP. I would love it if this got Game Share for the PvP. Would really, really love it, because I've played maybe 1 or 2 matches of the PvP. I would love to actually, like, play it. That team is, like, dead, though. It doesn't mean they can't make a patch for it. You don't need the whole team to make like a performance patch and then like add game share support. Like free updates to me looks like they're doing stuff that's kind of outside of the game, right? Whereas like the paid free update is like actually going into the code of the game to add things and like optimize it for Switch 2. Whereas free update, I imagine, is just like they're just ticking the settings. It's like, okay, 60 FPS now. Free up that frame rate, make the load times faster, add game share, all that kind of stuff. And the paid update is for stuff like adding mouse controls, adding camera, adding, what's the word? HDR, improving the lighting, stuff like that. It's like really truly optimizing it for Switch 2. Quality of life versus performance, yeah. So I think it could, maybe not could, but it should. It should get a free update, because it also had some performance issues on Switch 1. It would be nice to see those ironed out. And it's just a great game. It'd be a great game to like just keep living. Keep it alive. Let's see. Pokken Tournament DX. I mean, this is like fine as is. Maybe it could get a free update for game share. Sorry, nothing. I could see it potentially getting a free update for game share. Are we ranking these based on what should or what is most likely? Just kind of what they deserve. I think we're ranking it based on what they deserve. And I guess maybe a tinge of what's likely. Like Splatoon 2 probably deserves a free update, but it won't. It won't get it. So it's not even worth discussing. Wii U ports aren't getting anything. This is more than a Wii U port, though. It's the Deluxe. I guess they're all Deluxe, aren't they? They'll make a new Pokken before they ever update this? Yeah, you're probably right. I'm gonna go ahead and say Fire Emblem Warriors is probably dead too. People don't even like this one. Xenoblade 2. Does Xenoblade 2 join the $10 tier? You think? No handheld update? Just make a definitive edition tier? I don't think we're doing definitive editions anymore. I don't think Xenoblade 2 needs like a definitive edition remake in the same vein as like X and Xenoblade 1. I think it just needs... No, yes it does. Why does it? Why does it though? Game needs more than an update would do. Alright, I'll make a new tier. I'll make a new tier. Fine. You convinced me. Here we go. It will manage mercenary missions from the phone. Fix the mouth flaps. Re-record all the voice acting. Let's go. Bayonetta 1 and 2. I mean, they already run great, right? They're probably not gonna get anything. They're probably not gonna get anything. Like, if any... Maybe game share for Bayonetta 2. Maybe. Well, actually, does Bayonetta 2 have local co-op, or is it only online? That's gonna matter. If it's only online co-op, then we drop it down, because it's not gonna be game share. I think game share is specifically for local co-op stuff. Yeah, so if there's no local co-op, then bye-bye Bayonetta. Well, actually, does it have local wireless? If it has local wireless, that also counts towards game share. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, we'll leave it there. Kirby Star Allies. I think All this game needs is performance bumps. I think it doesn't need any new content. It doesn't need HDR. It already looks great. I think just make it 60, and we're good. That's all I need. Just 60 FPS, and I'm happy. And game share. And game share. Add game share to the Kirby games. Please, add game share. This game is a painful 30? Yeah. So just add game share to it and we're good. Labo, these are dead already. Let's add another tier. Oops, this ain't right. Add row above. Dead. Can't even read it. Labo is dead. Labo works on Switch too. I think just VR doesn't, because you can connect to Switch 1 Joy-Con. Even so, it's not happening. Even so, it's not happening. They'll make a new Labo? I don't know if they will. Because the whole thing that makes Labo work is the IR sensor. Without the IR sensor, Labo kind of like loses a lot of functionality. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I'm gonna go ahead and say a free update. Game share. Maybe no performance boost, maybe some loading boosts? But I think that's just native. I think loading boosts and choppy frame rate fixes are probably gonna be native fixes just on Switch 2. Like, I think, like, day one, you'll probably be able to, like, put in, like, Scarlet and Violet, and it won't get frame rate boosts, but I think the choppy frame rate might be fixed without an update. Is the frame rate fine? Is the frame rate fine on Tropical Freeze? I never played the Switch port. So I don't know. I just know Returns had frame rate issues on Switch. So I assumed that maybe Tropical Freeze would also have frame rate issues. But hey, loading times, that'd be a big buff, and game share, so you can play co-op online. Tropical Freeze was retro, that's true. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I think, again, game share. Game share is kind of carrying this tier. Game share is super carrying this tier. You know what? Let me add a performance. Alright, you know what? Let's add two tiers then. Performance and or game. Performance and game share. And then we will add another tier below. And this will be free upgrade game share only. There we go. I think free updates and no updates needs a different definition. I don't think so. So, this will be game share, and this will also be game share. These need performance boosts. I think everything here already needs performance boosts. Arms? Yeah, arms can stay. I think maybe this won't get performance boosts. This also won't. This also won't. This will, because of Bowser's Fury. I think arms might just because of the local co-op. Because, like, 3-player and 4-player arms runs at 30 FPS. So I think it could potentially receive some performance boosts to smooth that out. MK8 should... Well, MK8's on the top here for the same reason arms is. Because 3-player and 4-player Mario Kart 8 is 30 FPS. So I think bumping that up to 60 would be nice. Yeah. Pokemon Quest. Is this game still up? Can you still play this? I actually have no idea. No clue. I think so. We're just gonna slot that there. Sushi Strikers? We're not touching that. We're not touching Sushi Strikers. I don't see Camelot touching any of their old games. I think Camelot sports games are kind of cooked. I mean, Mario Tennis Aces, great game, but I don't see any situation which this gets an update. I mean, again, maybe game share. Maybe. But that's tough. You know what? I'm actually gonna go ahead and put Pokemon DX up here for game share. And you know what? Snipper Clips too. Snipper Clips could get game share. Adding that game share tier is definitely good. Martes Aces. I'd like it to get game share. I think that'd be nice. I'll put it in game share. Captain Toad. Actually, we know that Captain Toad is getting game share. Captain Toad was listed at game share, but I don't think it was listed as getting updates, which is weird. But I know it's for sure getting game share, so we can put that there. I don't think it needs performance updates anyway. It runs at 60. Torna, we're gonna go ahead and just slot that next to Xenoblade 2. Is this Labo again? I don't care. Super Mario Party, the first one. I mean, this is tough just because, like, Jamboree, we already know how it's going. It's getting a full paid update, and it's getting, well, it's actually not getting online game share. It is the one game currently confirmed to have game share that is not going to be online. And I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because of, like, the mouse controls or the camera stuff, or maybe, like, they just want you to have multiple copies of the game to play online. I have no idea. No idea why they aren't giving that game online game share. And it makes me worry about, like, the proposition of these games getting game share. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not. I'm gonna go ahead and say these older Mario Parties probably, I mean, maybe local game share. Maybe. You know what? No, maybe not Super. I think Super Mario Party's done, unfortunately, which sucks because I like that game a lot. It's the issue of, like, has Nintendo forgotten about some of these games? That's kind of the issue I'm running into. Like, for instance, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Does Pokemon Company even care to go back and change this? Yeah, right? I think nothing for these games. Smash Ultimate. Okay. This is the big one. This is the big one that I really wanted to. This is what this whole segment's about. Save this for last? Okay. You're so right. That is the big one. That's the one I really want to talk about. That's smart. That's smart. Game share for player 2. Oh yeah, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee could get cool game share. But yeah, you're right. They probably don't care. They definitely don't care. Tetris, this doesn't need anything. It doesn't need anything. Raise your hand if you think Tetris 99 needs an update. It doesn't. Yoshi's Crafted World. Now hear me out. Hear me out. Imagine this. Okay, ready? 4K 60 with HDR, improved lighting, and mouse controls for the eggs. Huh? I think that'd be pretty cool. But why bother? I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool. This game would benefit the most, but they would never. I think that'd be cool as a $10 upgrade, but yeah, you're probably right. They're probably... I don't know. Are Yoshi games like sleeper hits that I just don't know? Because they just keep making them. I don't understand. Alright, but what about Woolly World? What about everything I just said, but for also Woolly World? Ain't nobody paying $70 for Yoshi? I mean, Kirby's $80, which is already kind of cracked. You don't think people like Crafted World? I do. I really think that'd be a good idea, though. Maybe not monetarily, but, like, just in terms of the game. Like, the game would be so much better with those updates. You know, 4K 60 mouse controls for egg throwing. It'd be amazing. I'm gonna... You think the effort is better spent on the next Yoshi? Fine. Game share, because that's co-op. Labo, dead. Box Boy and Box Girl, don't care. It doesn't need anything. It's a 2D game. Caves of Hyrule as well, we can put up there. Mario Maker 2... Game share? Yeah, probably game share. You know, I'll put these up here too. I think, yeah, Box Boy and Box Girl is co-op, so it could get game share. You're right, you're right. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Now this I could see this potentially getting a paid upgrade. Truly. This is a very, very popular iteration of Fire Emblem. Definitely the most popular one on the Switch. I guess there's only 2, but... Is 3 Houses more popular than Engage? I think so, right? Send a definitive edition. 3 Houses being ugly is a feature, not a bug. I don't think we can just drop the definitive edition on every game. Not every game is gonna get a Monolith Soft level definitive edition. By a lot, it's more popular. I don't think they care enough to continue marketing this game. I don't know, maybe performance updates, I don't know. Astral Chain, this could use performance updates, right? I'm pretty sure didn't this have like bad frame rate or something? I have no idea. I didn't play Astral Chain. Anybody know? I'm gonna go ahead and say... nothing. Probably nothing. Kirby Super Clash! Probably nothing. I don't even think Hal remembers this game exists. Ring Fit Adventure? Dead. They're not gonna... I don't think they will. I think they're more likely to just make a new Ring Fit for Switch 2. Luigi's Mansion 3. I could see this getting a Switch 2 edition. We need to have one. They're not just gonna make these 4 Switch 2 editions and then nothing ever else again. We need a couple more Switch 2 editions. And I think Luigi's Mansion 3 is kind of a good candidate for, like HDR, fully optimized 4K 60. Maybe even like mouse controls for aiming your vacuum or something? I have no idea. Maybe a new mode? That would be what they do. They do a new mode. This could be a $20 upgrade where they add like a new side mode that uses like your camera. Ooh. That'd be pretty cool. And maybe it like uses the mouse for something. What if, okay, hear me out now. What if they take inspiration from the rail shooter arcade game and add a side mode that's a rail shooter with the mouse controls? There you go. I think that's a $20 upgrade right there. Truly. Luigi's Mansion 3 plus rail shooter game. Is it Mario Party getting exactly that? Send it again. They didn't realize. They didn't communicate. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. It's dead. It's dead. It's not gonna get. It's nothing. Nothing. It gets nothing. The Stretchers Definitive Edition? I wouldn't be surprised if they just didn't even make this backwards compatible. Like, they just fucking forgot. They're like, huh? We made what? Pokemon Sword and Shield. Again, it's another thing of like, well, Pokemon, I think Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they could forget for sure. But as far as like the main generation games, they might care about more. I could see a free update for these. I could see it. Brain, this is dead. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. It's so weird to think about the games that were already just ports. Like, what they could possibly get. Like, I guess, like, 3D World is getting a port, or a free update. And so is, Mario Kart. Raw Switch 2 power-up. Yeah, it might just be a native update. Just from... I don't think it's gonna get anything. Pokemon Home? This ain't even a game, hello? Let's put this somewhere else. We'll leave that be. Pokemon, I think it doesn't get anything. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon doesn't get anything. They're not even gonna remember it. Animal Crossing, I think free update. Send it. Free update. Whoosh! Send that free update, please. Maybe New Horizons gets the Switch 2 edition? No. New Horizons does not, no. Again, it's the same thing with Mario Kart, where it's like, they want the next Animal Crossing to completely eat up the last one. They don't want people to even think about Animal Crossing New Horizons anymore. Because they want people to have, they want all eyes on the new one that they're definitely making right now at this moment. So I think maybe performance updates. Maybe. They might give us a performance update for New Horizons. But even then, I don't know. You know what? It might, honestly, I could see this just being native. Because, like, the game already runs fine. The only issue is that, oh, performance update for loading. You're so right, loading. Give me that loading performance update. Nom. Yeah, I think performance update, for sure. Nothing else. Even though, yes, it would be amazing if they added like a new decoration mode where you could just use the mouse. That'd be... Oh my god, you have no idea. You have no idea how amazing that'd be. But I just don't see it happening. I don't. I think anything that they could add to New Horizons, they're just gonna want to save in their back pocket for the next Animal Crossing, right? I think that's what that is. Good job. I don't even think they remember this existed. I played this. I own this. Xenoblade Definitive Edition. I think it's just native. I don't think they're gonna do anything with that. Performance update? You think for Xenoblade? Does it not run good on Switch? This is a Wii game. I assumed... I know it's a definitive edition. It's like a graphical remake, but I assumed they would optimize it for 60. You could see all Monolith games getting updates. Alright. Performance update. Massive swings in resolution. Okay. Okay, yeah, then free update. Why is Jump Rope Challenge still down here? Nothing. It might honestly be dead by the time we get to it. Xenoblade games all have heavy dynamic resolution. I see. Origami King. Oh. Okay. I'll get that in a second. Actually, you know what? Should we do this now? Did I just unpause? Okay, is it unpaused? I can't tell. I think we're good. I think it's unpaused now. Alright, nobody mentioned it. Alright, Origami King. So, I mean, this could maybe use a 60 FPS bump. But other than that, probably nothing, right? Maybe just like a free, you know what? Maybe nothing. I don't know. Do you think they're gonna want games that are 30 FPS to stay 30 FPS on Switch 2? Or do you think they'd want to update as many big games to 60 as they can? Because I'm sure, if Tears of the Kingdom can run at 60, I see no reason why every first-party game couldn't run at 60. Seriously. Get as many into 60 if the install base is big enough? Yeah, I think so. You think updating this would take work for them, and I don't think people would want to pay for an upgrade? Well, it would be free, right? If it's pushed at least 2 million copies, you might as well give it a free upgrade. Yeah. I think so, too. I think, yeah, free upgrade. We drop it. Yeah. 3D All-Stars. This is dead. They're not gonna... I mean, maybe? If they want to give it, like... GameCube, wireless GameCube NSO controller support, maybe. But also probably not. Let's be real. You can't even buy the game? Yeah, it's dead. You can't even buy the game. Kirby Fighters 2! This doesn't need... It's 60 FPS, it doesn't need anything. Also, it's dead, which makes me so sad. They should have updated this game. This is dead. Metroid Prime, we don't talk about that. Mario Kart Live? Nothing. Dead. Part-time UFO. Game share? Yeah, probably game share. It does have co-op. Same with Pikmin 3. I think, dude, the fact that Pikmin 3 is the only Pikmin game with online campaign, specifically Deluxe. I think they add that in Deluxe online campaign. That's so cool. I'll never be able to play that unless I can play it online. So please, I beg, put my hands together, I'm begging, please add game share to this. Oh, speaking of, you know what? I'll drop Kirby in game share, why not? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Age of Calamity. Now this needs the big one. This needs free update, performance, and game share. 100%. You need 60 FPS Age of Calamity? Yeah. I don't think it needs anything else. I think, yeah, it just needs the free update, for sure. Pac-Man 99, that's Omega dead. Pokemon Snap. Probably just performance update, maybe? Would love that. Would really, really love that. The Famicom games don't need anything. It's a very visual novel, brother. Miitopia, probably not gonna get anything. Mario Golf, maybe game share? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe game share. Skyward Sword, nothing. Not gonna get anything. Pokemon Unite. I mean, they're definitely gonna update it for Switch 2. I see no reason why this game doesn't get a Switch 2 port. And it's free, so it's not like you're gonna have to pay for it. So... real menus this time, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna bring this to Switch 2, no matter what. Mouse mode! I feel like this doesn't belong in any tier, because it's free to play. So it just, like, doesn't fit anywhere else. I'm gonna go ahead and give it its own tier. Free to play So won't receive. How the fuck do you spell it? There we go. Paid update, but will definitely come to Switch 2 natively. That's where Pokemon Unite belongs. Mouse mode would peak. It would be peak. Mouse mode would be peak. I could see them doing it. WarioWare, get it together. I love this game. I would love it to have game share. Dude, the multiplayer modes in this game are so fun. They are so fun. I would love to play this with people online. So much. High key, maybe. I hope. I really hope this gets online. Game share. So I think the multiplayer in this game is awesome. Metroid Dread, free update. Performance and game share. For sure. Yeah. Dread definitely gonna get a free update. And Mario Party Superstars. Maybe a game share? I don't know if it'll be online game share, but maybe a game share? I think Superstars is much more likely to get game share than Super Mario Party. Is much more likely to receive an update. Although, I don't know, but Super Mario Party did get an update. It is the highest selling of all three of them, so maybe it will get an update for game share. You know, I'm gonna call it. I think it's gonna get an update. It is the highest selling one. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Gosh. Nothing, probably? Yeah, nothing. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I mean, I'd love a performance update for this. It's just tough, because they confirmed Scarlet and Violet, but they haven't confirmed any other Pokemon game. And I don't know, like, here's the thing. Is like, I'm very interested to see what their steps are going to be after this first wave of games gets, like, completed, right? Because they gave us this first wave of games. It was like a decent amount of games that are going to get free updates. Is that it? Or is there going to be more? We don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say that I could see this getting a performance update. A free performance update. For sure. Nintendo Switch Sports. I could see this getting game share. For sure. It doesn't need performance update. It already runs at 60. I could see it getting game share. Are there any mouse sports? Okay, do they make a sequel to Switch Sports, or do they make a Switch 2 edition with, like, air hockey and shit? Because they could totally do... Oh my god, imagine Nintendo Switch Sports, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, plus table games. I think they could do that. Table games. Like, plus table games. Imagine that. Where they add air hockey and ping pong and pool, I guess. Billiards, if you will. Clubhouse is already that. Clubhouse ain't got no ping pong. And also, Clubhouse also has bowling, and Switch Sports also has bowling. So I think they could do both. I think they can do both, because they already are doing both. It'll be some weird shit like baseball with a mouse. Curling? Yes, curling. I think, yeah, for sure. I think this is our next $20 paid upgrade. For sure. I could see that happening. I could absolutely see that happening. Because they keep bringing this game back. This is the game that will not die. This is the game that always comes back. It sells really well, yeah. And then you can say, you're telling me I can have air hockey for 20 bones? Sheesh. Mario Strikers Battle League. Maybe game share. Maybe. Game share would actually be kind of cool for that. What is this? I can't even read that. Fire Warriors? Does that have co-op? Maybe performance in game share. Xenoblade 3. Now, my hands are up. What do you guys think? My hands are up. Could be a $10 game. You think so? Xenoblade 3 Nintendo Switch 2 edition? Okay. A $10 upgrade. Free NSO. $80 Xenoblade connection, send it. Kirby, I think this gets nothing. Maybe game share. Actually, I don't know if this has local multiplayer. It probably does, right? Kirby buffet game probably has local multiplayer. I think so. Splatoon 3, I think again is in the same situation as Splatoon 2, where it's like, they're gonna make a Splatoon 4. They're not gonna want to sell us on a Splatoon 3 update when they're making Splatoon 4 right now. They're going to want us to drop Splatoon 3 immediately. They want us to all move on. So I could see a situation where it's just nothing. Again, it could receive native updates with the Switch 2. Like, again, like faster load times maybe, improved input delay, stuff like that. But as far as like new updates, I don't think we're gonna get anything. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Now this is interesting because this was the first game that was confirmed to be getting updates on Switch 2. Ubisoft said that they are committed to this game and they were going to update it on the next hardware. It's like, I think right there is like confirmed it's going to get updates. And I'm assuming it's going to be performance related, right? Because this doesn't have multiplayer. So it's going to be performance related. Yeah. When like shortly after the game came out, they were talking about how it was kind of struggling to sell, but they said they're going to keep supporting it and that they're already planning to update it for the next Nintendo hardware. This is Ubisoft, so will they follow through? Who can say? Ubisoft is a big partner for Nintendo, and I don't think they really had a presence at the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember them having a presence there. So I could see them maybe announcing this to, like later on after the Switch 2 comes out, announcing a free update for this. I'm gonna go ahead and say a free update. Free performance update. 4K 60. That'd be amazing. And, oh my god, this game actually has big loading issues. So, like, if they could knock those out with a Switch 2 update, mwah, beautiful. Bayonetta 3. I think this might need to be a $10. I think this might need to be a $10 one. From what I've seen from this game could use some TLC. Yeah, I think this might be a $10 upgrade. Bayo 3 has performance issues, but I don't think they'd have faith in a paid update. I mean, they could just fix the frame rate with a paid update, but I think they also might want to go back to like some of those earlier areas and really touch them up. Like those open areas that people complained about being like too ugly and barren. I could see them maybe going back and cleaning those up. Bayo 3 should be a big free update for Goodwill. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely going to get an update. I think it's for sure going to get an update. There was too much complaining about the performance for that game. It's definitely going to get an update. Fire Emblem Engage. I don't know anything about this. I'm going to say nothing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to move on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going forward. Metroid Prime, maybe like a resolution bump? It doesn't really need anything else. Maybe just a resolution bump. I don't know if it would receive mouse controls. No, I'm just gonna say resolution bump. Retroactive mouse controls, maybe. Kirby and the Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I think this is a prime candidate for some game share. Absolutely. Dude, like every Kirby game, just any Kirby game on this list needs game share. It needs it. It needs it so bad, especially online game share. I want to play these games online so bad. Especially the 4-player ones. God, could you imagine? It'd be amazing. Cereza and the Lost Demon. I still really want to play this game. $10 USD upgrade that adds achievements. No, no, no. Cereza and the Lost Demon. I really want to play this still. I think this runs at 60, so I don't think it needs anything. And I don't remember if it's co-op or if it's single player. It might be co-op. I'm going to go ahead and say it is co-op, I think. Because I think you can play as both Bayonetta or Cereza and Cheshire with 2 separate controllers. So I'm going to go ahead and say re-upgrade. Pokemon Home, get out of here. Advanced Wars. I don't think they want to touch this series ever again. I think making this already was a mistake. I think making this already was a big mistake. I think they just want to sweep this under the rug and say, well, you know what? We tried. But I think we're good. Pikmin 1 and 2 HD? Nothing, probably. I can't imagine they're gonna add mouse support for this. I'm gonna say nothing. Everybody want to switch? Nothing. I'm not even gonna mess with that. Pikmin 4! Okay, I think we got another $10 candidate on our hands. Pikmin 4, I could definitely see. Yeah, send the $10 mouse mode. That's what I'm saying. $10? Honestly? Hands are up. I could see this being a $20 even. I could see this being a $20 candidate. They could add a brand new mode to this game. This game is chock full of modes, and they could always just add more. And it has always been so weird how this game did not get DLC. Like, this was such a prime candidate for DLC. I'm shocked they never did it. But what if they're saving it for a Switch 2 edition? And they always are promoting this game. Like, even to this day, they are still talking about Pikmin 4 like it's a brand new thing that they're, like, constantly promoting. They love Pikmin 4. I could see this getting a Switch 2 edition. Like, a big one. Like a Louis DLC. $20 paid DLC. I could see it happening. F-Zero 99, nothing. It's a free-to-play game. It's gonna keep going. Until it doesn't, you know? Detective Pikachu, that's just dead. It's just dead. Mario Wonder, definitely game share, for sure. For sure. Oh, that'd be so fun if it got game share. That'd be amazing. WarioWare, what is that? Move It? WarioWare Move It? I don't think this gets anything, right? I mean, it could get game share, but because it's so motion dependent, I could see it maybe not getting game share. I'm gonna go ahead and say nothing for that one. We gotta speed this up. It's already 2 o'clock. We need to play Xenoblade. Mario RPG, this is fine as is. It's already a great port. It's already 60 FPS. It looks great. It's fine. It's fine as is. Another code. I think the fact that we even got this was crazy. They probably won't touch it anymore. Same with Donkey Kong. I don't think this is gonna get anything. Princess Peach Showtime. I could see a performance update for sure. We're kind of speedrunning now. Etrian Odyssey. What did I just say? Endless Ocean. not that other one that I just said. Endless Ocean. Probably nothing. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, 100% 60 FPS. 60 FPS update for sure. For sure. Luigi's Mansion 2, nothing. Nintendo Switch Championship, nothing. Emio, nothing. Brothership, 60 FPS update. This needs performance updates for sure. Donkey Kong, game share. I don't think it's going to receive any updates. I think it might have like native frame rate fixes, but nothing else. Xenoblade X, maybe performance, right? I don't think this runs at a solid 60. So maybe a free update. It already has performance mode in there. Okay, then maybe it just natively will run better. It doesn't run at 60 at all. Okay, never mind. I'm putting it back up then. Brothership will be saved by better loading. Yeah, a couple of these games need loading fixes more than anything. For sure. Alright, and now, the big one. The reason I wanted to do this to begin with. The super duper Smash Brothers Ultimate Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I think this is the clearest candidate. The clearest one for the big $20 update. Literally could be any of these tiers. But I think, okay, here's what I'm saying. I'm saying this. Smash Ultimate was the perfect conclusion. It was the conclusive chapter to Super Smash Brothers. And yes, I know Smash Brothers is huge. It's a big game. And it's totally possible they're developing a new one right now, but I don't think they should. I really don't think they should. I think, honest to goodness, they should let this series rest for a generation. Just one generation. You know, that's only 10 years. It's not that long. Just let it rest for a little bit. Take a break. Sakurai, work on some other things. Or even just take a break, you know? We don't need a new Smash Brothers for this. I think what we need, okay? What we need is a Switch 2 edition with HDR, much improved lighting, because that game, it has good lighting sometimes, but specifically in like dark levels, like Lilac Cruise, PS2, the Castlevania stage, the Pokemon Black and White stage. Those levels have like really bad lighting. Like really, really bad. Like that game needs an entire lighting update. I don't know about you, but whenever I watch like Smash tournaments and they're always playing on PS2, I just hate watching it because like I can't even see what the hell's going on because the lighting is that bad. Smash Ultimate has drag and drive lighting sometimes. It does. It does. I think it's specifically in the levels that have kind of darker lighting. In like brighter stages, it looks great. Like Battlefield, all the Mario stages, all those look great. But specifically in dark levels, it looks really, really bad. I think it could absolutely use a lighting update. So that's already a $10 tier update with just those. But I think also mouse controls for Stage Builder, huge, a must. Rollback netcode, that'd be huge. I'd pay $20 for rollback netcode for sure. And honestly, like, even just more features on top of that, like being able to do stage morph online, more online features would be amazing. I'd love it to have camera support in the same way that Mario Party is using it. Like, imagine the character portraits on the bottom next to percentages are replaced with like your webcam feed. That'd be great. I'd love that. Online squad strike? Yeah, now you're understanding it. I think they're too scared of the user content tab. It still exists though. It still exists. World's first $30 tier? Maybe. So all that, like rollback, mouse mode for Stage Builder, webcam features would be really fun. Improved lighting, HDR, 4K 60 FPS, remove the frame rate buffer, add some more options. All that would be massive, huge. Would love all of that. And then if we're feeling a little crazy, just maybe add some characters. I don't know. I think if they do add characters in a Switch 2 edition, keep it light. Keep it really light. Don't add anyone crazy. We don't want anyone to reignite the flame of the Smash logo. I think you keep it light. Keep it like keep it first party. You know, do like, you know, Bandana D, Waluigi, Dixie Kong, and then maybe stop. Maybe stop after those three. You know, Bandana D, Waluigi, and Dixie Kong, I think are a good 3 that would make people happy, but it wouldn't make people start saying, Dante, Crash Bandicoot. You know, it won't make people go crazy like that. They'd probably also add Noah and Mio. No, I think that's too hype. No, Noah and Mio's too hype. I think that's too much. They will go crazy no matter what. I know. But it's about setting expectations, you know? It's about setting expectations. I think Bandana D, Waluigi, and Dixie Kong are a great 3 to include that would make people excited, but not like have the hungry boxes of the world scream at the top of their lungs, you know? People were gonna say the last one will be huge. Well, that's the thing. You should announce all 3 of those characters immediately and say that's it. That's what you do. You announce those 3 and then say these are the only 3 that are going to be added to the Switch 2 edition. That's how you temper expectations. I missed it. What 3 characters? So I think if you're doing this, you add 3, maybe 5 if we're feeling crazy, but I think 3 is fine for a $20 update. That's also adding like rollback and 4K, like in HDR and all that stuff. Bandana D, Waluigi, and Dixie Kong as her own character. And then maybe if you're really feeling crazy and you wanted to add 2 more without going like over the line, I think Geno, and then maybe like Sans or Shovel Knight. But that's it. Then you stop. Nothing crazy. We're not doing a Dante. We're not doing a Doom Guy. We're not doing Master Chief. We're not doing anything like that. We're gonna keep it simple. Geno scattered. Not Noah and Mio. I think Noah and Mio are okay. Here's my take. Everyone I mentioned is relatively simple. I feel, at least. I worry that Noah and Mio are too complicated of characters to just add in a free update. Whereas like Bandana D can reuse animations from Kirby. Waluigi already has a model and a rig, so that's easy to add. Dixie Kong can share Diddy Kong's rig. And Geno can maybe even share Mii Gunner's rig. And Shovel Knight already has a model and a rig. So all 5 of those would be much easier to develop than I imagine like a Ravenbeak or Noah and Mio. You know what I'm saying? Like Ravenbeak would need a brand new rig and a model built from the ground up that was very complex, and we would probably have crazy mechanics, whereas like everyone else I mentioned would have probably simple mechanics, you know? Like Bandana D, Waluigi, Dixie Kong, Shovel Knight, Geno. I imagine those are all gonna be very simple characters. Whereas like Ravenbeak would have like air dashing and phasing and the sun beam attack, and Noah and Mio would be like a dual character and everything. This is assuming Smash Ultimate is getting ported and they aren't making a new Smash, right? Yeah, this is assuming that. And I think that is the best play. Genuinely, I think that is the best play that they could do. So honestly, are you guys feeling the same way I am? Do you guys feel the same way I am, where I'm like, I kind of want to take a break from Smash? And this is like such a super selfish feeling, because there's probably a bunch of brand new fans of Smash Brothers that came with Ultimate, that like grew up with Ultimate and want a new game. And I'm just here like, dude, I've been playing Smash for 30 years. I need a break. I need a break. I don't want another Smash hype cycle for another 10 years. Like, who knows? They'll make a new Smash eventually, for sure. But I think Smash could go for a Mario Kart 8 style generation intermission. I think it could. We need a reboot. Yeah, I think Smash Ultimate should be to the Switch 2 what Mario Kart 8 was to the Switch. Everybody forgets the context of MK8 Deluxe. I know the context, I get it. It's like the Wii U sucked and everything. You want one without the hype cycle, oddly enough. A new Smash. I just think, you know, I'm nervous about someone other than Sakurai making Smash, but also I don't want Sakurai to make Smash anymore. I'm super torn. Cause like, and I think this would be great because it would let Sakurai kind of supervise the new characters while also training up someone else to make the next Smash maybe someday. I think that'd be great. And yeah, like, I don't want Sakurai to work on Smash because Sakurai is such a good game designer that like, and he just spent 10 years on Smash between Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate. He spent 10 straight years working on that series. Imagine how many cool Sakurai games we could have gotten in that time. And now we're getting Air Ride. Like, I wanted to go from Air Ride if he's going to make something else after, unless he retires, which he might. I want him to, like, once he's done with Air Ride, I want him to make something brand new. Or maybe like a Kid Icarus sequel. I want him to do something like that. That'd be amazing. Meteos 2? It'd be huge. Let him cook with Star Fox? Oh, could you imagine? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, Smash has robbed us of so many amazing Sakurai games, you know? And I love Smash Brothers, but I think, like, Smash Ultimate was, like, he put everything into that game, man. Him and his team. By himself. He, like, Smash Ultimate is the best send-off you could ever hope for a series like that. You know? It's like, do we really even need another one? I don't know. It's tough. Like, obviously Nintendo's looking at the sales and saying, yeah. Yeah, we need another one. Yeah. But it's like, it's about the time investment. It's about the fact that, like, we're gonna lose characters. So regardless of what Nintendo chooses to do, when do you expect a Smash update in a Direct? Next year. Okay, here's the thing. Sakurai's working on Air Ride. We don't know how much he's going to do DLC or anything. He might not even do DLC for Air Ride, because Air Ride's going to have lower expectations. It's like, Air Ride's going to be done this year, and then he's going to be free to do something else. If he goes right into Smash Brothers, which I'm hoping he doesn't, but if he goes right into Smash Brothers from Air Ride, it's probably going to be like another 3 years before you even see it. And I don't know if Nintendo wants to wait that long for Smash Brothers. Like, Smash Brothers being a year 4 game feels so late into the console cycle. Like, you imagine, like, when Smash comes out, they're going to do like 2 to 3 years of DLC. And I'm sure they're going to want that, like, closer to, like, the midpoint. They want the DLC to start closer to the midpoint of the Switch 2's life. They're not going to want that at the end. Because if they do that at the end, that's going to take even longer for the next Smash to come out, you know? So, like, if they're working on... So, like, there's a million ways this could go. Either Sakurai's making the next Smash, and it's going to be, like, 4 or 5 years before you even get it. Or Namco is making a new Smash Brothers under the supervision of Sakurai, as he's working on Air Ride, which is something that I think, like, is good to point out. I rewatched Sakurai's video on the development of Air Ride, and he mentioned that as he was working on Air Ride, he was also, like, the general supervisor of the Kirby series, and was supervising the development of Nightmare in Dreamland, as well as, I think, Amazing Mirror. So the fact that Sakurai is working at Namco for Air Riders, it makes me wonder if maybe there's something Smash happening at Namco that Sakurai is there supervising. Right? Because if he's already there, if he's already there working on Air Riders, he's probably also supervising something Smash related if they are working on that. Now, is that a new game or is that a Smash Ultimate Nintendo Switch 2 edition? I'd say the latter. I'd honestly say the latter, because I don't know what you do without Sakurai's touch to, like, push the series into, like, a new era. I really don't. Anyway, it's enough talking about that. I think this is gonna happen. All right, any cleanup? I feel like this tier is so low. I feel like these tiers are so small. I feel like Nintendo's gonna want more money than this, right? What do we, Metroid Prime, maybe? Getting a graphics update? You think? Maybe mouse aim? Dude, imagine, wait. Imagine being able to freely run around and aim at the same time with mouse mode. Ooh. Like, you don't even have to stop for free aim, you can just free aim as you're running. Oh, man. Putting a Xeno game... Well, all these... Kirby is above the Zelda game money. So I don't think it's that crazy. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe Switch 2 Edition. Send Splat 3 up there. We ain't seen Splat 4 till the end of 2026. You think so? You think Splatoon 3 would get a Switch 2 Edition? I don't know about that. I honestly don't know. But these tiers do seem kind of small. Either Splatoon or Animal Crossing has to wait. It's true. You know what? Fine. Just for variety's sake. Just for variety's sake, we'll put that there. Alright. And there you have it. Look at all the money we're gonna be spending